arrived at your destination.
Oh, you're gonna lose this one, Tristan.
Hey, you two. Calm down, Jay. So, Tristan, shall we finish this? Hey, Tristan. Board fast.
Hold fast! Hey! You were supposed to beat them, not join them!
Anna, add Jamin and Tristan to a group call.
Dialing them both and creating a group call now.
Yo, you okay? What's going on? Tristan Westfield-Bourne speaking.
Hi. You two should have been best mates, not worst enemies, so we're gonna fix that right now.
Well, if you think I'm going to group therapy while racing, you are quite mistaken.
Jay, anything you want to say to Tristan?
Look, I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry I called you Born Rich. That was me.
Tristan, that's your cue.
I'm sorry about all of this. Anyone else, I wouldn't have cared. Yes, that was epic! Now, who wants to go back to the start line and make it best 2 out of 3?
Right. Now we can get back to street scene without all of this drama, okay? Both of you?
Absolutely. But can I just say, that drama led to the sickest race series in Horizon history. Yo, Tristan, come to street scene this weekend. I'll introduce you to everyone, but you still have to pretend like we still can't stand each other, okay?
I get it. But I want to drive that Aventador of yours.
Arrived at your destination.
Hey, Alejandra. Oh, hey, Vocho.
I only changed the wheel angle and suspension a little. Okay, I changed the suspension a lot.
Can't wait to try it.
Let's start with a tour of Guanajuato.
I wonder if your Papa Fernando ever did this kind of thing.
Maybe even on these streets. Que dice? We'll never know. Don't worry about the tires, I have spares.
Chido! Bring it in and let's get you those new tires. You look like you had fun with that. But wow, I'm really gonna need new tires.
Yeah, I got a bit carried away.
Don't worry about it. I've got loads of spares back at the shop. Talk soon.
¿Qué onda, amiga?
One more thing I want from the bocho. A photograph, so the memories last even longer than a Volkswagen Beetle. I can think of a couple of places. The place where Papa Fernando left it for us to find, or the Baja where he did all his off-road racing. What do you think?
Turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Original condition, just like when it rolled out of La Fábrica in the 60s. You like it?
That's a classic look. The upgrade kits, though.
Don't worry, all the upgrades are safe. We can put them back on anytime. I wanted to take a nice picture of the car.
This is perfect. The natural habitat of the bocho.
This was the first Beetle in my family, but it wasn't the last. I owned one, Ramiro owned one. Maybe This sounds stupid, but maybe we carry the spirit of our Papa Fernando with us, you know? Or maybe it's just a Mexican thing.
That's really nice, Alejandra. Probably a Mexican thing too, though.
Definitely a Mexican thing. Come on, get the photo already.
Desert skies would be perfect.
I was thinking the same thing. If it was in black and white, it could be Papa Fernando on race day. Me encanta. I want to say muchísimas gracias for everything. We always put Papa Fernando's picture on the ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos. This year, I'll have a lot to say to him.
Tell him the bocho is in safe hands.
It will be. Papa Fernando says the bocho belongs to me now. I can do whatever I want with it, so I'm giving it to you.
What? Alejandra, no, I...
Just promise you'll always bring it back to my garage. Now get out of here. Papa Fernando and I have some ideas to work on. I'll call you. Saludos again. Remember our stock versus scratch race where I beat you by about 2 millas?
That's not how I remember it.
Papa Fernando said a racer should be their own mecánico. Well, I have the ultimate test. Come and meet me.
You have arrived at your destination.
So, what do you have planned, Alejandra?
Nada. Well, I did get a hold of a bare VW Beetle chassis, and I have built something from scratch. Papa Fernando would probably think I've gotten a little bit loca.
And you've got a Koenigsegg here too, because...
Because we're going to race them, of course. This time I get stuck, and don't hold anything back.
You're on!
What did you think of my hyper bocho?
I think you set this whole thing up just so you could say hyper bocho.
Maybe I did. If you like, bring your watcher down to the auto show sometime, and I'll show you how to customize it.
Well done.
Oh, and mi familia has organized a small exhibit of Papa Fernando's things at the outpost. You should take un vistazo.
He sounds like a great guy. I wish I'd known him.
Mike's going off the deep end. Something about product placement. Can you drop by?
Easy, Frankie. I'm on my way.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
There's a new scene. Apparently, we need to take advantage of the presence of a major cultural event to root the story in the zeitgeist.
What now?
Get in the car, kid. I'll explain.
Scene 103. Something at the festival. Floor it, kid! Straight through the festival. Hit the jumps. Apparently the scene's got to go right through the middle of a race or something. Tell Scott Tyler not to flop his lines this time.
Wait, we're putting the festival in a movie, and Scott Tyler's got lines.
That's right, kid. Up through here. Head for the ramp. Cue the drivers. Cue Scott! No! ... There are cars on the track! Pause. Going the wrong way! This is dramatic and unexpected. Scott Tyler, by the way, I'm gonna get a name. We, let him run.
Frankie to drive this.
Go. That has to be enough for him, right? Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt. I'll be right there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hey there. So, I just got off the phone with the director, and he wants one more stunt.
And not just any stunt. He wants me to jump clear across the bay, being chased by a cargo plane.
And there's dialogue all over it, so no driver swapping. I think it's time we fessed up to Victor.
Hang on. If we can't swap drivers, why don't we swap cars?
With one waiting in the motorway tunnel. Right. I need props and another hero car. Do we even have another hero car? Yes, we do! The one that was too fast for anyone to drive. I'll get it ready over at the bridge.
Scene 117. One take. Action.
I'll do the first section, and you take over at the tunnel.
We can do this, Frankie. Just drive casual.
Now, Frankie, it is time. You must close the loop, combine the dimensions, and transform this conflict into art.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
See, you are being torn apart from the inside. It's almost as if there is another Alex Cobalt straining, fighting to take control. Understand? And... Fine.
I'm not sure I'll make it.
Go, quick. It's your time to shine.
The plane's spinning up. Get to the airfield. Go, go, go!
The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move.
We need a line here, I think. Frankie, would you improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future.
Sí, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly. Now, right turn and follow the plane over the jump. Stunt driver learns to talk, Frankie. You're out of a job.
Not bad. I mean, I have
What Frankie said. Just hit that jump and not the plane.
I love my life.
of you. I couldn't tell from watching the feeds. Amazing work. Great driving. And, I mean, reasonable acting too. Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt. I'll be right there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Right, this is a post-credit scene. And according to the call sheet, Victor wants... both of you.
Both of us? He doesn't know I exist, right?
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes, this is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest, the conflict real, the outcome unknowable. My greatest work. A clever wazzock.
Print. And that, with any luck, is definitely, positively a wrap. So, Victor's asked me to join his remake of Rendezvous. Turns out he saw the thing we did in Edinburgh. It's a huge opportunity. And all thanks to you, kid.
No way, Mike. You earned this. I hope we get to work together again. Actually, you know, I've got a project about two twins who fight crime in cars. I'm in. Tell me more.
El Campeón is waiting for Toro Loco at the west entrance to the stadium!
Toro Loco will take on El Forzudo and defend the master, El Campeón! It's begun! They've broken out of the cage! Ha! Ivan! Who will be victorious, maestro or student? Ah! The stadium is alive tonight! Who will emerge from the tunnel! They take to the freeway! The cars! Oh, they are flying! Competitors are halfway through the route. can almost hear the giant wheels of the monster ghost. The competitors are approaching the finish line. Toro Loco and El Campeón have bravely defeated all in the tradition of the greatest champions of the ring. Toro Loco and El Campeón are the pride and true embodiment of the technical tradition and deserve all the glory and honor.
I thought we'd seen it all.
What's up?
No, es el monstruo fantasma. The monster ghost has returned.
El, what now?
I'll send you a link. This is a classic storyline. Look, just come to Guanajuato. Pronto.
Yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. In 100 yards, turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Arrived at your destination.
El horrible monster ghost is back from decades in exile after an epic defeat by El Campeón and El Forzudo. They cannot face their ancient enemy alone. They need an ally. And that ally has stepped up. It's the courageous Toro Loco! From the depths of the underworld, it is the fearsome monster ghost. The monster ghost plotted his revenge against his old rivals, El Campeón and El Forzudo. One luchador alone cannot stand against the monster ghost. Here comes El Campeón to help defend Toro Loco. A short gun is sneaking up on you. Lucha ring! Who will be victorious first? When luchadores work together, they can drive away a terror, like the monster ghost. I cannot wait to see what bouts of lucha de carreteras await us in the future.
Hola, amiga. I found something. Drop by when you can.
Okay, I'll be right there.
200 yards. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Hola, hola! Remember the old book I told you about? I went and dug it out of a box at my padre's place. I want to try and find something.
And you need a driver.
And I need a driver. Yeah, bien. Head for Las Barrancas. I'll explain on the way.
So, what are we looking for?
My favorite book is called El Camino de Sidney Wolverstone, about an explorer who traveled Mexico 200 years ago. In her book, she describes these Atlantes she found, giant statues, but there aren't supposed to be any of those near here.
So, we're looking for giant statues from an old book.
That aren't supposed to exist, yes. I've been piecing together clues from the book. Do you think you can get this car right into the river at the bottom of the Copper Canyon?
You really don't know me very well.
The Copper Canyon is a wonder of Mexico. There used to be 6 separate rivers which came together to create the landscape that we're seeing now. 4 times larger than the Grand Canyon, covering 25,000 square miles. Oh, and the green color in the rock is like... got that name, copper. Let's get pictures here. In the book, Lady Sydney's expedition makes camp here, but that's just a fun story.
Like a base camp?
Yeah, the book talks about setting up camp on an island and finding the statue in the afternoon light. It was
That is increíble. How has no one ever found this before?
Hola, amiga. According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statue. Meet me here when you're ready to set out. We'll reach El Arco by mid-morning easily.
You have arrived at your destination.
All right, let's get going. The sun's setting, but we have enough time to get there along the beach. I'm excited. Do you think we'll find it?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm getting the sense that there's more to Mexico than meets the eye. Let's go.
Did you know Sydney Wolverstone was also a, what's the word? A botanista?
Botanist? I do not.
A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de Mexico? Just read about her life.
Several sites where Sydney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me, but even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years. There, down onto the beach. The book says, we found the statue by the ark, looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun. There it is, right? Interesting. The design doesn't seem entirely Aztec, but it does remind me of Tlaloc, the rain god.
This is amazing. I'll work out where the next one should be and give you a call.
Wow. So where does the trail lead from here?
South and inland. I'm sure of it. I'll be in touch.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hey, amiga! I've been reading the diary over and over. I think Lady Sydney's expedition came inland, but no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
Stay right there. I'm on my way.
Recalculating route. Yards. Turn left.
Okay, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé, un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver.
So, we follow the river.
I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit?
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, to Mulegé. Let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. Lady Sydney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
Hey, amiga! Haley called to ask about the promo shots, but when I told her about the diary, she said they could wait. Come pick me up. We need to go to Agua Azul.
Cool, I'll be right over.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. 400 yards. Turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Them? Are we looking for more than one statue, maybe? And in the heart of the blue water. What does that mean, I wonder?
So the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sydney Wolverson published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Or maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien, ahí estás. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls. Oh, the pictures are good. And you know having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again. This is big. I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can. You have arrived at your destination. I found more of Lady Sydney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
Okay, so, fantastic creatures carved in rock. And she found the statue early one morning. And get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc? That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
El Valle is east of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, so I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sydney did too. She got sketches in her book. Mira, imagínatelo, imagine it. Explorers like Lady Sydney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yes, yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
Yeah, we have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did. Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sydney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a statue here.
I have it! No, perdón, no hay tiempo para explicar. Just come and meet me.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. Yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sydney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam. Ekbalam was only properly studied in the 90s, but we know very little about it, actually. In fact, researchers are divided on exactly how much of what we know about the Toltecs is historical and how much is Aztec legend.
So, why are we going to Ekbalam and not Tula?
Wolverstone's book doesn't call it Ekbalam, of course, but she describes a large group of buildings, perhaps 20 or more, and a large oval palace. And listen to this. 3 large statues of the sort I have found in other places.
3? I'm pretty sure I only saw 2.
No, that's not all. She also wrote the 3rd largest of them in the same stone I have come to recognize lay to the south of the complex, only barely visible in the driving rain.
Let's get there before the rain stops then. It's been fun. Though I do feel there should have been a treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Aha, you said that, not me.
So, that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me.
Ay, hi there, Hall of Famer, eh? Woo! No time to explain. Vete ya, come, meet me.
Thanks, Carmen. Is this about the book?
In 400 yards, turn. You have arrived at your destination.
Ah, there you are. So I worked it out. Remember that flash flood? She was near an abandoned church along a river. And that has to be the Temple of Quechula. Ándale, vámonos. Drive. Claro. Head for the temple at Quechula. Lady Sydney has one more marvel to show us, and you're gonna show me how a Hall of Famer drives, no?
Wasn't the temple at Cachula flooded? I didn't bring my diving gear.
Que chistoso. Cachula is located on a floodplain, but after a long dry season...
The temple is accessible. I take it back. Let's go.
We need to get down into that presa. See it? Up on the church. Oye, qué rápido! This church is 500 years old. It was built in the hopes that it would become the center of an important city, but never did. In 1966, the dam was built and the whole area flooded. This is amazing. Like a final chapter of the book I never got to read as a girl. I hate to say it, but it feels like this belongs in a museum.
I agree. But you know it won't be visible unless you go to see it at exactly the right time.
You don't believe that, right?